Joey. Why do you keep trying to jump my lap? Hello. Hi. Hi. Hey girl, where you at? Hey little mama, let me whisper in your ear. Your depression has arrived. Look here. My depression has never left. Oh my gosh. I woke up. Hi. I woke up like right now. And I thought it was like 6 a.m. I was like, oh my god, where is it? Where am I? I slept hard as shit. But no. How you been? I'm good. I've been good. How are you? How are you? How is your hump day? If it's still hump day for you, it's hump day here. Hump day! It's midnight. Oh, it's not hump day no more for you. It's Thursday. No more mercredi. I fell asleep about a few hours ago. I had to force myself to get up and do something. Okay, good. So I have to check something on my phone real quick. So I'm not tracking anymore. I feel like my model looks funny when like I suddenly stop tracking. Come on, load. Oh, okay, perfect. Okay. Nonstop liking, thank you for the likes. The 1,000-yard stare. Back in my day, flashbacks of the war. Oh my gosh. I had to check. I quit my second job today. So welcome. These are gonna be our streaming times. Very short streams for a bit. What was I gonna say? So I'm back to regular streaming, and I'm very excited. And so we'll be streaming every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, and randomly on the weekends. I might increase the weekdays after I get my apartment in order. I've been working so much, I haven't been able to. My apartment's a mess, so I need a couple days to get my apartment in order. So then after I do, I probably increase the stream days. So it'll be about 3-hour streams or so every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you care to join me. I'm very excited. Very excited. I have plans to start releasing videos regularly on YouTube too. Hi. 何が好き？じゃコメント。あら、あなた。You know, Amma just released a cover of Your Idol. You guys want to watch it with me before we start talking about stuff? Cause y'all seen surely you've seen K-pop Demon Hunters, right? You're super cute. Thank you. You're liking us. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the follows. Have you ever seen I Have No Mouth But I Must Scream? I have not. That's That's a movie, right? Machina something. Deus Machina? Right? I don't know. I don't know. It's a short story, but oh, I didn't know that. Let me move here. Amazing to thank you. Shut up! We'll freaking throw a brick at you. Jeez. Alright. You guys gonna hang out with me? And watch the K-pop Amelie's cover of Your Idol? Thank you for the follow. Uriel, why are you digging your... My cat is hella digging her freaking nails into my leg, and I don't appreciate it. Uriel. Uriel. Yeah, you're purring? You're purring? Yeah, I know you're purring. You're digging your nail into my leg. It'd be very cool if the microphone can pick up her purring. Sorry, we're watching Amelie's new video. Sorry. You know, I had to fix my audio actually. My browser audio is very quiet. I love Alma's voice.
Keeping you in check, keeping you obsessed. Play me on repeat endlessly in your head. Anytime it hurts, play another verse. I can be your sanctuary. No, I'm the only one right now. I'll love you more when it all burns down. More than power, more than good. Yeah, you gave me a heart, now I'm here for your soul.
How does she knock these out so quickly? Alma's so good. Oh, I love that art.
Feel the way my voice gets underneath your skin. Listen, 'cause I'm preaching to the choir. Can I get the mic a little higher? Give me your desire. I can be the star you rely on. You're lost in my gaze, yeah, you can't look away. Don't you know I'm here to stay? Ooh, no running wild. Yeah, I'm all you need, I'ma be your idol. Shining with my fame, shout my name, yeah, I'm your idol. Thank you for the pain, 'cause it got me going viral. Yeah, endless is my fever, make you a believer. I was born for you, your only idol. Don't let it show, keep it all inside. The pain and the shame, keep it out of sight. Your obsession fits our connection, so tonight give me all your attention. I'm the only one who loves your sins. Feel the way my voice gets underneath your skin. Listen, 'cause I'm preaching to the choir.
Can we get the mic a little higher? Yes, Alma. Hi, Frankie.
I can be the star you rely on. You're lost in my gaze, yeah, you can't look away. Don't you know I'm here to stay? Ooh, no running wild. Yeah, I'm all you need, I'ma be your idol.
I would say Idol is the best song from K-pop Demon Slayer.
Too late, 'cause you're mine now. I will make you free when you're all a part of me. Listen, 'cause I'm preaching to the choir. Can I get the mic a little higher?
blah, 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 the still of her covering her face as a wallpaper on my phone. That's so good. Alma. I don't know if this is my favorite cover so far that she's done. Did you see her Thunderbringer cover? Ah, so good. That's so good. Alma's so good. Is Epic the Musical or Hamilton? Neither. Froggy, you didn't watch K-pop Demon Slayers? It was great. No, I want a good quality picture. I'm not gonna screenshot it. Although my background right now? It's Rauro Panthora. Rauro Panthora is my background. Ahem. Actually. Actually. I haven't checked if my sister and the kids watched it yet. Because my sister is like hyper Christian, so I'm always just like, what are the limits of like the the stuff that you'll watch with the kids? Okay. But also, how are you, Froggy? Why did I hide my thingy? I'm blind. Okay, I'm good. Okay. So I still was yapping about the Vshojo stuff that happened. You know that the Tiltify charity has reached $1 million today? I say how much I love that the VTuber community. Like, I feel like mostly when something bad happens, the VTuber community just kind of makes something good out of it. And it's beautiful. That's beautiful. Shut up, Nux. I wanted to find this translated. Because I wanted to see her conversation. So I was watching when she was confronting the Vshojo CEO, but there were no subtitles. It was just like poor Kaho in the Twitch chat, like trying to translate.
So I have.
Is it translated?
でもタレント Vshojo. This is Vshojo, JP CEO.
Oh. So I wanted to see the okay, there's captions. I feel like there's gotta be one that's better subtitled.
Oh, are you still the CEO?
For now, yes.
まだギリギリ CEO だそうです。
For now, yes. Oh, that's why she put for now.
とても聞こえてるということなので、
Okay, no, she didn't translate. Okay, damn it! I want the translation.
So, yeah, I preferred like speaking everything in Japanese. And
okay, then okay, Japanese comes first. It's okay.
Yeah.
We have translators and mod today.
Okay.
Yes.
がお休みされたってことになります。
Why is this caption all in freaking freaking hiragana. Yeah, maybe I won't be able to find it. I saw that there was a thingy. I thought I saw that somebody translated it. But I can probably find a transcript. It's translated.
So I have been lied to from the company.
For now, yes.
まだギリギリ CEO だそうです。はい。音も聞こえてるということなので、I would like
auto
you to
translate.
explain
There we go.
the situation because I know you know more about the situation than me.
Slightly more, maybe.
Slightly more, okay.
Yeah.
But I need to know everything, and the fans should know everything. He'll be explaining in Japanese and in English. Is that okay with you?
You know, I'm not really good English speaker, and also I don't trust myself, like, you know, the speaking the correct word and term in English. I want to be super careful about what I'm saying here, because
Right.
yeah, as you explained that.
That's fair.
Yeah,
But
like, and
okay, then okay.
you-
Japanese comes first. では、はい。まず日本語でどうぞ。
まずディスクレーマーなんですが、
はい。
感じですね。
So you were told from Vshojo.
Nah, no translation. My fire, the one. Desire.
So that they were willing to pay. They're gonna do it like now.
というこ
Are
とで
you
す、ね。
telling me that you've been lied to?
嘘をつかれていたっていうところはあったんですけれども、
So did you just say that Vshojo JP itself was doing good?
Nah. Okay. Is a translation too much to ask for? GTFO next. Uriel. Alright, whatever. We will do this one. Ah, Uriel! Why do you keep poking at my toes? My cat keeps trying to grab my toes with her little claws. Alright, I'll keep looking for it, but my, like, biggest, like, pet peeve when VTuber stuff happens is when it, like, ends up
like this happens,
in
bro. And he
mainstream stuff, because it's like, I don't feel like you guys know what you're talking about. But you know, let's see how Connor did. How did Internet Versus do covering this situation?
recently
Hi, Real Time.
large VTuber agency Vshojo crashed and burned in one day after Iron Mouse, one of the most famous VTubers in the world and part of their organization, announced that she was leaving the company. She put out a video statement claiming that Vshojo owes her not only several months of paychecks, but also over $500,000 to the Immune Deficiency Foundation charity.
It's probably
Other
more.
Vshojo members also
Probably more than a few months. Kuro went live this morning, and apparently for his first merch when he first signed on 2 years ago, Vshojo, he just got paid for it last year. Absolutely criminal.
followed suit shortly after, announcing their departures from the company, revealing their own bad experiences with the management, along
hear
with
you.
some previous members feeling vindicated about the company falling apart.
Nux Taco was never a member of Vshojo. Get your information right, Connor.
Speculation about a specific bad actor in Vshojo also started making the rounds, allegedly sharing IRL pictures of the talents to other people. And VTuber Kason also got in contact with the Japanese CEO of the company, who revealed that it was even more messy behind the scenes than we initially thought. Welcome to the internet versus Vshojo. To start, Iron Mouse put out her video, which the full thing will be linked in the description, but Yeet tweets out a clip of it with the caption, Iron Mouse announces that she is leaving Vshojo over financial disputes
Welcome
about the
back.
Immune Deficiency Foundation, and attaches in this clip.
I am leaving Vshojo. Unfortunately, I recently found out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by Vshojo.
I think it's been more than a couple months, Mousy.
With the information that I currently have, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and also the reason why I'm here today, is owed over $500,000 from Vshojo. I know that this is a lot, and it's very important for me to be honest with all of you. I really want to tell you everything, but unfortunately right now, I have been instructed by my attorney to wait for more of the legal procedure to unfold. So one day, I will be able to tell you the full story.
My estimation for this is going to go very quickly. Not like super quickly. Like, it'll probably take some time to like get into the court and stuff, but once they do start litigating this, it's gonna go pretty quickly. I was in your late night stream. It's been a while since I've done a late night stream. But welcome, welcome.
Bag Chaser replies, no fucking way. This might be the worst fuck up a VTuber org has ever done. And Just Call Me Ray replies, no way. HoloLive fumbling Gura's contract definitely takes the cake, but this is a close second. Vshojo will die before Niji for sure though.
I don't think HoloLive fumbled Guro's contract. I think it was just her time to leave. When you work a job for X amount of years, you move to find greener pastures or a better paycheck or a better work-life balance. I think I know a lot of people are like, it's doomsday for HoloLive when Gura left, but I don't feel like that's a bad sign on the actual company. But maybe that's my copium, because I had the same copium when freaking Matara and Giga and Zen left the company.
Project Melody, another VTuber that's part of Vshojo, tweets out, I feel sick. I need to think.
Oh my god, I was looking so hard for this freaking clip. I was watching, there's this clip of Melody, and she's like drunk chatting with Iron Mouse, and they're like, I love you, girl. I love you, bitch. Like, whatever. And Melody is just being like, I'm just so happy where you are. I just wanted you to be taken care of and stuff. And I was like, oh. Melody's just been such a good friend to Mouse. And it's like this company that she like helped essentially build has just like screwed over her friend. It makes me so sad. Hello, hello, hello.
Taro replies, I don't blame you for feeling ill. You never imagined that the company you pretty much founded would do something so disgusting to a talent. Your good friend and a charity that means so much to her. Would Gunrun really allow this to happen? Seadog tweets out, well, Vshojo better get cycling and start raising some money. And Bao the Whale replies, donate plasma to skip the middleman and earn money if you're in America. And Connor replies, thank you for reminding everyone. Chris Broad replies, time to bounce on it. All the way to
was a wild statement, Connor.
$500,000 owed to a charity to help those with immunocompromised health issues. The sheer sickening thoughtlessness of it all genuinely defies comprehension. Mujin replies, at this rate, I think Vshojo would steal a bicycle too. Connor also makes a video going over the situation, and Iku replies, because I suspect this may be relevant soon, remember everyone, if you see someone talking about seeing any of Iron Mouse's personal information in a leak anywhere, no you didn't. Reports but otherwise don't engage.
No, you didn't. Exactly. Do we think this is Gunrun's fault? I don't know. I'm on the fence on if I feel like this is Gunrun's fault or if this is just, like, yeah, he's the CEO, like, this is his company, but I know the man's gotta have money. Surely he's not trying to embezzle money from the company. Though what it looks like, it was the money was used to keep the the money was used to keep maintenance costs of paying managers and actual staff. They had like freaking Ethan Nestor in the video where they teased Michi. It was like, did Ethan do it for fun or did you have to pay him? So I don't know. I had no clue this was happening. It has been my entire freaking feed. What is it, 48 hours now? Also, hello. Hi.
We can all help protect her privacy by refusing to look. And Frisk says, Connor has every right to be angry. He knows Mouse. He sees the struggle she goes through on a daily basis. The stuff she doesn't show her fans. To take her money and worse yet, her charity funds is infuriating. FBI Not replies, here's my 2 cents on what they're probably planning to do and failed. Pocket $500,000, then tried to spend it on massive ads to combat Niji and Hollow market in Japan, get more than $500,000, repeat this shit like 10 more times, and probably just maybe they will finally pay the charity. Yeah, if, but don't at me. And
Connor was saying like how much it costs to do those ads they did in Shibuya, Tokyo, and it was a lot. And I thought the same thing when I saw it. It was like, oh, that's cool. I love seeing freaking VTubers like plastered in the physical world. That's cool. That's great. But why? Why is it this is be like before they had Japanese talents? It's like, why are you advertising Vshojo in Japan, a Western company? Like I think I know this is like when the time that they were trying to branch out into Japan. But I don't really think that they needed to. Once they got Case on to join, like, they didn't need to advertise in freaking Shibuya, Tokyo, of all places.
in a mere 5 years. Ludwig tweets out, I believe that Vshojo is a terrorist organization. And Tectone replies, Hassan must be the CEO. Sinchi replies, hey, congrats on being thrown a softball. Vshojo Bad is free for a
Is it necessary to be... I don't think this is that. I mean, Ludwig had a good take. I don't think we had to attack him for being a fence sitter on this one.
Popular opinion, no one will disagree on. And Neat also...
Unless he's like, there are good people on both sides, guys.
tweets out this clip of Asmongold reaction to this tweet by Ludwig with a caption, Asmongold challenges Ludwig to come out with a hot take after Ludwig called Vshojo a terrorist org.
A bunch of people, obviously, what Ludwig tweeted about this, I believe Vshojo is a terrorist organization. Why would, why, it's just, he's obviously, like, I think that people are very annoyed by Ludwig always trying to have the safe, like, he's waiting for everybody to decide on the same thing so he can repeat it back to them for internet points. It just seems kind of fucking fake.
Shut up. What is he gonna do? Defend Vshojo? He's friends with Iron Mouse. Why would there be a time for him to ever defend? Why would this be the time for him to have a controversial take? Shut the fuck up. My
and by
God.
kind of, I mean completely
Shut
fucking
up.
fake. It's so annoying. Please come out with a hot take every once in a while, Ludwig, okay? You don't have to wait for the entire internet to agree before you tell them what their opinion is, okay?
Tectone also independently tweets out a fucking Vshojo.
I'm not siding with them, but with terrorists, yes, I'm siding with the freaking terrorist organization that is Vshojo. Yes, that's the time for Ludwig to have a take. Shut up. Oh my gosh. Also, shut up, Nux. It's not about you.
And Nuxtaku replies, 1,336 days ago, they canceled me. Not that I've been counting. And Tectone says, we have both been counting. Bint then screenshots this post by Nux and says, want to tell the class that Iron Mouse personally called you out on this incident, you sick little narcissistic piggy? And Tummy Tempter replies, the worst thing Vshojo did was make me defend Nux, but Vshojo actually did do him dirty.
The whole Nuxtaku situation, I guess, kind of was like a what is it? A herring. The canary in the coal mines, that there was something kind of wrong with the Vshojo management because they like didn't consider the safety ramifications for the girls when Nux made his video. And they were just like, yeah, just go ahead, sure, whatever. And instead of taking any accountability when the talents actually got upset, they were like, oh, no, we totally never gave him permission, even though he has it, screenshots of us giving him permission. But, you know, it was a sign of things to come.
He showed receipts detailing how he worked with Vshojo to put out his video, literally sent them the video and made revisions and cuts at their request to make sure he handled it right, and then talents tweeted
Maybe
their
he wouldn't be a
disappointment
right-wing
in him
grifter
because the
if,
Vshojo staff, who Nux worked
Vshojo
with,
didn't
never
throw him under
bothered
the
to
bus.
inform, much less ask, their own talents about a video that directly impacted them over a sensitive topic. And then Vshojo staff sat quiet while talents raked him over the coals, with only one of them ever
Why insult people on this? Just say your opinion. If you want to debate, say that, but don't insult people. Yeah. I don't get the idea of coming after
actually apologizing. And this matters.
I don't get the coming after Ludwig for stating fact. Okay, maybe it's not a terrorist organization. Maybe it's not fact, but
because Vshojo was showing itself years ago, and no one cared because it happened to someone they didn't like, and this was 3 years ago before he'd gone full right-wing grifter. I think a recent VTuber gaming journalist had something to say recently about paying attention when even someone you disapprove of gets done wrong. And Shane Walrus replies, Nux is a real one who tell it like it is based on his opinions. Y'all just enjoy being whiny and useless. And Potato Hildy replies, Nux is a scumbag, dude. Kanzine replies, can't believe this bum-ass MF saw that Vshojo owes the Immunodeficiency Foundation over $500,000
need to focus on
and
the
says,
next
guess I
tweet.
win. Like, we actually need this guy gone.
He's gonna be sitting
And
here
David
milking
replies,
this for
he
weeks.
must have thought it was the other IDF. Rosie Belmu also tweets out a screenshot of Iron Mous's video saying,
the stupid tweets I'm seeing of people like, maybe the Immune Deficiency Foundation should change their name. Shut up. It's not like it's their fault. It's not their fault. I hate how many of them keep apologizing. It makes me so sad. I'm like, it's not your fault, baby. Don't apologize. I know Zentreya keeps like apologizing. She's like, I'm so sorry. I feel so stupid for like glazing this company for years and stuff and blah 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 blah. Although Mint, like the end of like her video, I can pull that up too. It felt like she kind of blamed the members at the end. Like she was just like, she's like, nobody warned me I was walking into like a burning house, and I was like, ah shit, Mint.
what? And then quote tweeting it saying, I'll just say it. Ever since hearing Nuxtaku got treated badly with Vshojo, I had a feeling there would be cracks beneath the surface. But not paying Mousy a significant amount of funds and not giving over $500,000 to charity that Mousy raised out of the kindness of her heart for people with the same condition? Impressively bankrupt. Holy shit. And Dream Demon replies, Nux got treated poorly because he's a creep and a piece of shit. Nobody should be looking to side with him. And Rosie Belmu replies, your opinion of him doesn't matter since it doesn't stop the fact that they thanked him for and then pretended it didn't happen. Iron Mouse even apologized to him for the incident. There were signs with that, as well as others.
Jeez, my cat just like leapt. What was that? That was like 3 feet. She just leapt so she could jump onto my knee and into my lap and yanked my earbuds out of my ear. My God, Uriel. Can you chill?
Leaving afterwards that hinted this was going on. Queso OOC tweets out, Queso comments on Iron Mouse leaving Vshojo Vshojo for owing her over 500k and attaches this clip.
Yo, Egghead with 500 bits. Did you see Iron Mouse left her talent agency? She said they owe over $500,000 to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I did see that. I was like legitimately like, bro, there's no way they did my homie Iron Mouse like that. I was hurt, no joke. I did see that. That was crazy though.
Zach Bousset
That was the most nothing burger response. Oh my gosh. Pet the cat. She's in my lap. I keep taking her off my lap because she keeps sticking her nails into my leg.
also tweets out that Iron Mouse has left Vshojo, and Shy Lily quote tweets him by saying, "Good thing I trusted my gut feeling when Vshojo tried to recruit me. Their contract was riddled in red flags and basically legal robbery. This makes me sick to my stomach. Please, if you can, support Mouse and the IDF."
Lily did go over the Vshojo contract with her on stream. I fell asleep during while I was listening to some of it, but I don't know if they change it. Ow, Uriel! Change it for everybody, cause Uriel, stop sticking your nails in my leg. Okay, they change it for everybody, cause I think according to Kuro, he mentioned his all the stuff that they're supposed to do was in the contract, but they weren't doing it. So there was no point to the contract, but Lily was just like, oh, they showed me this PowerPoint of all the cool things that they will do for me, and it wasn't in the contract. They're like, we rely on trust. And it's just like, bitch, no you don't. This is business, baby. We don't go by trust. Put a pillow on your lap for the kitty. I move my legs around. I can't keep a pillow.
And Shoto replies, "The way we both dodged a bullet that year." And Shiloh says, "2023 was a wild year." Zentreya, a former Vshojo member who just left the other week, also tweets out, "My heart hurts for the Vshojo community, as I know some of you are very confused and hurt. These have been super confusing months for many of you, and I know you've all been trying to weather it out. Support those who you can, and please stay strong." She then continues to tweet out, "Yeah, some of you have questions that I can't legally answer, but please know it wasn't for me to bring to light. But it is fucked up and I am upset." And
I feel like the company is essentially gone now, so couldn't they actually say stuff now? Who's there? Except probably the Japanese staff, but not really. Because even the talents that didn't debut are gone.
And you have the right as well. I can't disclose info at this time, but know that I am angry as much as you are. Giga tweets out, "While everyone is busy farming their hit tweets, I want to remind you to support the talents, keep it positive, and if the info didn't come from one of us, someone saw that shit in a spy stream and made it the fuck up." Vey, another former Vshojo member who left a few years back, quote tweets one of her posts referencing when she left the company and says, "Looks like nothing's changed between 2023 and 2025 in terms of how the org management moves. Couldn't and still can't say shit because of their god-awful NDA that I had to sign. I legally can't badmouth the company, but at least everyone now knows the reason why we left." Eligo Scripts also posts on the r/Vshojo subreddit the Iron Mouse video with the title "Iron Mouse dropped a bombshell, leaving Vshojo with her most recent YouTube upload." An account deleted by mod replies, "Their company owes that much money? What are they doing? Vshojo is cooked now."
You
And
are the
Model 2 replies
chosen
with this gift of
one.
Obi-Wan saying,
You are the chosen one!
Chipmunkman replies to OP by saying, "My guess is that they've been hemorrhaging cash and were using Mouse's subathon money to stay afloat. Could explain why they haven't donated the charity money that was owed for a year. It's the same since I still like."
It looks like that's what they've been doing with everybody's money, is using it to keep the company afloat and, keep face. Which, you could see it too at Anime Expo. Their booths have gotten smaller over the last couple of years. They've bundled. So when you go to Anime Expo, you have the exhibit hall, which is where the big industry people are, and Vshojo's always had a big booth towards the front of the exhibit hall, which is that's where you want to be. You have a big booth, you're just showing off. You're showing off money because it's expensive. It's very expensive to have a spot there, and not alone hire staff to run the booth and bringing stuff in, because they're in San Francisco, so they've got to transport stuff from San Francisco into the booth and stuff, and pay for parking, and Gunrun is usually always there. I've met him like twice at the convention. So they've always had like a really big booth at Anime Expo. But then I'm not sure about this year because I didn't go to Anime Expo this year. But I saw like people saying like, oh, the Vshojo booth was like really small this year. Like, what's going on? And last year it wasn't in the entertainment hall. It was in not entertainment, the exhibit hall. It was in the entertainment hall, which is it's like a smaller hall, but it's like not nearly as expensive for people to have a booth there. And it's kind of like where you like do activities for the most part, and it's like, yeah, sure, like there's like you can buy stuff like they do for the exhibit hall, but it's like where you have the photo booths where you could take pictures in your cosplay. They'll have like a whole photo area, and then it's like where a lot of the gaming companies will have demos so you can like test the games and stuff. They do that in the exhibit hall. It's just more expensive to have a booth there, so it'll be like a smaller gaming companies will have a booth there because it's, you know, not nearly as expensive. So so Vshojo last year was the entertainment hall, and it was fused with what is the name of it, Senpai Squad, and I was like, interesting. It made up much of the booth to be part Senpai Squad, and I'm like, huh, interesting. It's still a good sized booth, but it's not like it was. So I'm not sure how it was like. I know GamerSubs had like a tiny booth, but I think they bumped up. I think they focused mainly on TwitchCon last year, so they didn't like really have a booth at Anime Expo last year. So I guess that was kind of like an indicator that they just really didn't have the funds to go all out like they typically do at Anime Expo, because it's expensive, like really expensive to have a booth there. I forgot to say I got the job, but it was In and Out, right? That was the job. Congratulations! I like your voice is very soft. Thank you. I don't know like all the details about like running a booth. I ran Anime Expo's social media, or worked for Anime Expo's social media. Not so much the vendors, but I do know it's expensive, bruh.
Like Vshojo's overall business model better than traditional corporate models, but they are done for with this revelation. What was Gunrun thinking? And Rip CPU says, I think this is the case too. I don't think it's like a Gunrun taking charity money to buy a yacht, but the business was probably not financially stable and they borrowed the money illegally to cover more immediate bills. Reputational damage aside, I wouldn't be surprised if all of the staff exits recently was just because they had no money left to pay the staff. Jed also posts that Iron Mouse is leaving Vshojo on the R Virtual YouTubers subreddit, and Rufus King replies, oh, this is not good for Vshojo. For those who haven't watched yet, Mousy is claiming that she is owed an undisclosed amount from Vshojo, as well as the Immune Deficiency Foundation being owned around $500,000 from Vshojo. And Parrish replies, yeah, they basically just took her last subathon. And Count Zero says, that is complete clown shoes and nonsense that this happened. Also completely avoidable considering that you can do a charity streamathon fundraiser without touching any of the funds going to charity. That's how the Games Done Quick, RPG Limit Break, and Desert Bus for Hope fundraisers work, and presumably European Speedrunner Assembly as well. If nobody at Vshojo had the experience on how to build that out tech-wise, I'm pretty sure that any of these organizations would happily provide assistance for free on how to set this up. This is a clusterfuck entirely of Vshojo's own making. I have all the sympathy for Iron Mouse and other talent left in the dark, but Vshojo's management can eat a big ol' bag of dicks. And Rufus King replies, Mousy clarifies this during the video. She donates the proceeds from her subathons to the Immunodeficiency Foundation, so most of the money is coming in via Twitch subs or bits. I'm not sure there's really a way to build that so it goes directly to a charity, unlike a donation stream that usually has a separate link to the charity sites to donate. And
they probably could have, like, Gunrun has connections with Twitch. They probably could have done, hindsight's 2020, right? But they probably could have done something with Twitch to where they'll go ahead and donate the money instead of the money going to Vshojo.
And PandaCraft replies, sounds like they had an incentive to not figure out how to do that. And Count Zero says, yeah, there are a few ways I see it, from most generous to most malicious. 1, incompetence. They didn't know how to keep track of the amount of subathon bits and subs in a way that let them keep from commingling of funds, and found themselves in a position where they'd either lost track of the quantity of donations, or the money was accidentally spent through operations, or even they ended up paying taxes on it / with it due to slipshod accounting. With some back-end work and a decent accountant, this could have been avoided. 2, tax fraud. Vshojo was planning on deducting all of these subs and bits from their taxes, and was waiting on sending the money when it was most beneficial for them. Except those donations are technically the viewers, they're the ones who get to deduct it from their taxes, which means this also potentially opens those viewers up to tax liability. Or 3, theft. Some or all of that money was never planned to go to charity. Vshojo management was going to either skim off the top as expenses, even if they didn't do anything, or even if Iron Mouse and the viewers have been informed otherwise, or Vshojo management was going to pocket all of it and hope nobody noticed.
Do you think they were like ever gonna plan to pay them? I feel like they like thought that they can like maybe come back from whatever financial issues that they were having, and just like thought that they could like no, we'll make it right. No, we'll make it right. I don't think they intended for this to happen like the way it has.
Narrator, people noticed. Virus tweets out this picture with the caption, base. They removed Vshojo from their name. Vshojo is finished. Attaching this picture of multiple talents, previous talents from Vshojo, now with all of them having the Vshojo out of their name. This picture here includes 12 talents. Project Melody, whose tweet we read earlier, also posts, I waited to make a statement because I'm always anxious and struggle to find my words. But yes, I'm leaving Vshojo. I was an OG talent, put everything into this comp, but I'm beyond devastated at what happened, and I never in a million years thought I'd be saying these words. Emma Lee, another talent, also tweets out, as of today, I will be terminating my contract.
Also, when Amelie joined Vshojo, she was like, she's like, I've been trying to join Vshojo for years, and blah blah blah. And there's no reason why Amelie like shouldn't have been like approached in the first place. Like she's been a successful independent forever. Like more so than like Sidsnap. Like Sidsnap's Hime is a successful creator, but they approached her to join Vshojo, so I don't see why Amelie would have an issue joining. But she was just like, yeah, I've been trying to do this for years. This has been years in the making. And it's like, well, it's kind of a hint that I guess they probably couldn't afford her.
With Vshojo effective immediately, and I will be returning to being an independent VTuber and content creator. Nothing about my content will change, as I was indie for 18 years before signing with Vshojo, and I retain my IP. My love goes out to the talents. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for your continued support as we look toward the future. Shibuya Kaho tweets out, this person moved from a noted VTuber community.
How did he say her name?
As we look toward the future. Shibuya Kaho tweets out,
Shibuya? Is she like a dog? The dog, the Shiba Inu? Shibuya, Connor. Shibuya.
This person moved from a noted VTuber community to another as a staff last year, bragging about his new income. He thrusted me a few of his new business cards to give to my good contacts. I found the action obnoxiously rude, but maybe he was too young and friendly to know better. Then the MF wanted to meet up for tax advice, because I'm a native in Japan and I hired an accountant.
Do you think he's acting cocky because of Kaho's previous work line, or because he's just stupid like that?
I was asked to have dinner in his area, which was quite far from me, splitting the bill. That day, I got convinced I didn't like the guy. Yet because I loved the talents he worked with, I was only secretly hoping he would lose his job one day. Recently, I heard from another creator that he was showing photos of VTubers' real selves while revealing their personal info, like a marital statue. I now wanted to find a way to warn other employees. Today, I've learned the most despicable shit the company has done to their talent. Don't know if he's involved with it, yet all my personal grudge is nothing compared to such betrayal.
Sounds like he was probably like a talent manager, and not like part of financials. Because it looks like the managers didn't know anything about what was going on financially behind the scenes. Like they kind of did, because I know Michael helped Kuro get paid by being on their ass. But it definitely seems like they didn't know about the internal issues with Vshojo.
Sometimes, unfortunately, managers or agencies
Like, I mean, Roxy would have definitely told Mouse.
that can be the talent's worst enemy. Please always support the talent. Talent first. Red Coffee Bean replies to Shibuya by saying, if you knew about this guy, why didn't you speak up earlier? Revealing VTubers information is dangerous to them. It just looks like you joined the bandwagon when it became relevant. And Shibuya replies, actually, I just came back from the US where I gathered the info that he was still with the company, and I was actually meeting up with someone who's been working with him in Japan this week. Given that it's a story I heard from someone else, I thought it was best to do it in person. Hina Bobina tweets out this picture of a Vshojo ad with this caption, Talent Freedom, and says, remember when Vshojo plastered this all over the Tokyo subway to brag about how well they treated their talents? And Smug Alana replies, why is there always this supervillain evil irony when shit like this happens, bro? And Hina says, bragging about how much better you are than everyone else is a surefire way to prove that you aren't. Zoe tweets out, I'm going to suggest that lying about finances and, for all intents and purposes, stealing money from a talent and a charity is a very bad thing. There's so much infighting in the VTuber niche, but can we all just hard agree that this is unequivocally an act of evil? The fact that Iron Mouse was the one apologizing to the Immune Deficiency Foundation in that video is kind of heartbreaking. She did nothing wrong. She was doing the right thing and using her platform for a genuine charitable cause. Pia P
I hate that the talents keep apologizing.
tweets out, I've been searching for the right words. Here they are as carefully as I can say them. I was one of the girls who passed the Vshojo audition. After 4 years of blood, sweat, and slime, I really believed I'd have made it. That all the
Blood,
late
sweat,
nights,
slime,
overtime, sacrifice meant something more. I was excited to take a huge leap with the community I built as me, the weird little slime girl you know and hopefully love. But after learning what happened with Mousie's charity funds, I couldn't in good conscience move forward with my contract, and it all came crashing down. That was the final straw. We were promised the support, stability, and financial compensation. I was so excited to join a company I believed in and that believed in me, but it became clear that many of those promises wouldn't be kept. A lot of us are now left shouldering the costs of the decisions we didn't make. I turned down other opportunities because I believed in this one, and I don't regret having hope or wishing on shooting stars. I was so ready, and I still am. What hurts most, though, is losing the chance to debut alongside some of the most incredible, talented, kind, and hardworking girls I've ever met. I didn't join just for myself. I joined for the shared dream we all believed in and that I still believe in. I know some of you have sensed something has been off the past few months. I've been doing my best to smile through the storm, but the truth is, it's been raining on me for a long time. You've all given me so much love and support, and I'm so sorry I haven't been able to be at my best. I'm working through my feelings, sweeping up pieces of these broken dreams, and figuring out how to chase new ones. Thank you for being patient with me. I will find my way again, but I just need a little time. And if you're still reading, please send your love to all the VSJ talents, past, present, and future. Everyone is hurting in their own way, and kindness costs nothing. Until then, stay happy. And
I think Vshojo was trying to hint at a new talent. Cause didn't they, or did I like imagine it? Unless I deleted it. Maybe they deleted it. Because there was, they just like posted an emoji, you know, it's like the hint that there was a new talent coming. Unless I just like freaking imagined it. Imagine? Oh my gosh. Maybe I just imagined it. Oh my gosh. Maybe. Possibly.
Panthera, a HoloLive VTuber, replies with a heart emoji and a hugging emoji. And Jim Thomas says, "This honestly might be the first time I have seen someone from HoloLive post anything about another agency's drama." Then another VTuber in the org, Kason, went live and had the Japanese CEO for Vshojo on their stream. Again, the full thing will be linked in the description, but Chard tweets out this clip with the caption, "Kason quitting on live stream was not in the bingo card. Damn Vshojo."
出ていこうか入ってきたかなと I quit Vshojo today.
はい。
Vshojo 辞めます今日。
はい。
はい、31日予定でしたけど今日辞めます。I quit. You're telling me that Vshojo JP was doing good, looked like at least
はい
doing good.
払っていたとしても、ケイソンに払っていたとしても大丈夫だったっていう感じですね。
You're telling me you could have paid me?
ということです。
Then where is it? Where is it? I want it now.
I like the little taps.
Oh. Did you just die? What?
いや、
And Moon replies,
That's so wild. It's like, where's the money? Silence.
I feel a little bad for the guy because he's not really a CEO, more of the regional operations guy, and from what he was saying, the main branch was basically calling all the important shots and was stepping on him whenever he tried to do his job. And Swarm replies, "Yeah, there's not much he can say in this situation. The real people in charge aren't saying anything." Kason also tweets out, translated from Japanese, "Feeling ashamed for all the positive stuff I've said about the company that turned out to be a fucking lie. Yes, go ahead and laugh at me. Why? Why am I so stupid? Why do I not learn? Why do I always try to see the good side of people just to learn they don't fucking care? Of course it's all about the money. I'm nothing for the corpos without the money. But you know what? I'm still lucky because I got you. My Shini ties. As long as I'm living, I'm thriving." And Kirsch replies, "It's not your fault. And in an industry that runs very similar to showbiz, it's good to have at least some people who see the good in things as well as be good to others. Don't ever let that light be snuffed out." However,
I feel like this is like a good a good argument for like this is a weird take that income should be based capped. Because I feel like the more once you like get into like a millions and stuff, it's like people just start acting crazy. There's so much corruption once the money goes up to a certain level.
Dar also posts on the Our Virtual YouTubers subreddit a summary of the Kason situation with Vshojo, pretty much summarizing the live stream with the title, "She had been planning to leave on September 31st due to non-payments for almost a year." And then they clarify they actually meant July 31st. The title date is wrong, but anyway, the post continues, "She is not speaking on behalf of anyone but..."
Sorry, one second. Be right back. I just want to grab my Gatorade from the freezer before it freaking froze. There's nothing worse than being like, let me just put it in here so it gets cold real fast, and then you end up with a freaking block of ice that you can't drink.
But herself, and she will leave others to share their stories. She said that she had been planning to leave on the 31st of this month, the reason being that they had been delaying and not paying her the merchandise and work-related cuts since September of last year. She invited the Vshojo Japan lead, Makino-san, to explain the situation on her stream. It seemed like he was the only one who was staying around to take responsibility. According to him, he is still in charge of the Japan side, but possibly not for long, might be removed soon. He knows only a little more than the talents. Do not engage in witch hunt or harassment. Makino-san is not deeply involved in Vshojo US operations and has limited involvement. He mainly takes care of the Japanese side and is himself tied up with regards to what can be shared due to legal factors. The Japanese and US side are run separately to a certain extent. According to Makino-san, Vshojo US had been promising that they would be paying the monies, but delayed them again and again. He thinks that the missing funds were likely used by the US side to pay for their operations. From what he could see regarding the finances on the Japan side, the Japanese branch is doing well financially. He could see money flowing in and out, but himself was puzzled by the lack of payments to the talents. He believes that Vshojo will be dissolved. Why did this happen? He believes that there isn't a huge explosive trigger that caused this. Rather, Vshojo has simply been run poorly, losing more than they made. Makino-san has suffered pay cuts and had barely been paid himself. Vshojo US is in charge of paying him. Makino-san said that the Japanese side is run by mostly good staff, and his honest assessment regarding Vshojo's debt payments is that it would need to bounce back financially to accomplish that, which is going to be tough. Vshojo has not taken any money from the VTubers' streaming income. Makino-san has been told to focus on doing content and was assured that it would be sustainable. Kei-san asked if he had been lied to. He said yes. So why did they continue recruiting despite not paying the staff and talents? He explained that a certain amount of funds has been set aside for the purpose of recruitment and that only. The money is handled mostly by the US side. For the moment, he is doing what he can to shift the work and contracts from the company to the talents themselves. He has limited visibility on what the future holds. Vshojo Nova, the newly debuted generation, is operated differently from the different members such as Hinya and Kei-san, and he is trying to get them help. Kei-san has already left. Lagstaff replies, "What?"
It seems like the money that JP, I feel like that's so difficult though. But also, hi, welcome. It seems like the money that Vshojo JP makes is all sent to Vshojo EN. And then they're the ones that disperse the money. So even if he wanted to pay her, which I'm sure he did, I don't think he would go on stream and let himself be a punching bag if he didn't really want the company to run smoothly and the talents to get paid and stuff. Even if they wanted to pay her, they couldn't because they don't have actual control over the money. But I feel like that's just so complicated, like tax-wise, because you have to pay like the JP tax. Like, shouldn't it be its own entity so they wouldn't have to be double taxed? But it's just all under the umbrella of Vshojo. I don't know. Too big, too confusing. International tax issues.
One of the JP staff that I follow on Insta posted that they no longer have a job, but it wasn't clear if it was a fired or I quit situation. NOP says, "From what I understand, almost every staff at Vshojo has been fired and many found out just today. It would be safe to assume that the company is mostly empty now, with this Japanese lead trying to clean up the mess. To me, it seemed like the Vshojo US boss bailed and left everyone behind." And Triple replies, "Bailed and left everyone behind. He's gonna file for bankruptcy before he gets sued, isn't he?" YouTuber Legal Mindset also tweets out about the Kei-san livestream and says, "Listening to Kei-san, Vshojo's JP branch may have been financially performing, but this is purely an internal distinction, US versus Japan, fully within the control of the US headquarters. While this may remove the Japanese CEO from liability, it in no way absolves Vshojo as a whole." Another note from Kei-san's stream regarding staff being paid first: they had to pay the staff due to clear labor law violations if they didn't pay full-time staff. They are banking on the ambiguity of Vshojo talent as independent contractors to shaft them out of payments.
I do feel like that's what they're going to try and do. They're going to try and report bankruptcy. And because the talents aren't employees, they're contractors, they're not going to... They can use... they can try and cut their losses with bankruptcy. But I believe, I'm not sure, but bankruptcy doesn't get you out of a civil case. And I believe if the talents stage a civil suit against Vshojo for their wages, I don't think bankruptcy will absolve them of that.
And IX replies, "Independent contractors? Bro, I'm not a business guy, but I'm pretty sure a contract says I'm an employee that's employed under your company and are entitled to my monetary compensation." And Legal Mindset replies, "Every major VTubing company designates talents as independent contractors." And IX says, "Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. Why is the major players of the company treated like outsourced contractors? Holy crap." Another talent, Hinya, went live. They talked about their situation with Vshojo involving their merch, which will also be linked in the description. And Rima Evanstar tweets out a summary of the the stream where they say, just 5 minutes before the stream, she found out her birthday merch was never shipped. Her manager and attorney are now handling the situation, and she'll update fans when she can. She's officially leaving Vshojo. This situation has been heartbreaking for her. The company owes her a significant amount of unpaid debts that they've delayed for a long time. She trusts.
Poor Henya, she was crying on the stream. I was like, oh, the poor kettle. Down. Because it's like, it's embarrassing. Like, it's frustrating because it's like, I have sat here and like boosted this company and I've worked for them and I trusted them. It's embarrassing when you get betrayed because it's like, why did I put my trust in this person? They're just gonna backstab me. And it sucks. And it also sucks that this happens a lot to young women.
Them deeply, and this has been deeply unsettling. A few years ago, she nearly quit VTubing. Joining Vshojo gave her hope again. She's now heartbroken and apologizes for making fans worry. Henya will continue as an independent VTuber. Please continue showing Henya love and support. Rima Evanstar posts that another artist has come forward about Vshojo's shady practices. Starlight Daryl, a VTuber music composer who has worked with Iron Mouse and others, says they were left waiting for months for thousands in unpaid commissions, all while Vshojo was allegedly stealing charity money from Iron Mouse. Meanwhile, Vortoxy, a video editor and artist, shares that it took Vshojo 2 months to pay just $500 for a project earlier this year.
Has been late paying me for commissions, sometimes leaving thousands of dollars in my invoices unpaid, but knowing they were stealing charity money from Mousy, this is all happening makes me sick. That's crazy, because she just released Mouse's Music Box of Fate, and it's like, how long did it take her to get paid for that? And then, like, most of the time with artists, you don't get paid up front. Like, you gotta pay like 50% up front, essentially, and they'll start the project. But when you have, like, the backing of a company, and a very reputable company, then usually it's like, yeah, they're good for the money, it's fine. So then you got all these artists that are getting screwed over. And it's gross.
This is getting worse by the hour, and attaches tweets from both of the aforementioned people making those claims. Iron Mouse also tweets out, to my community, I love you all dearly and thank you. And Ludwig.
The worst part now is that the talents are making up for freaking Vshojo, not paying these artists. So they're all posting, Zentreya's posting and Mouse is posting stuff like Henya too. I mean, artists who haven't been paid yet, contact my managers, we can try to help you. And it's like, and they can't even like confirm the payments either, because it's not like they're gonna be contacting Vshojo accounting to be like, did you actually not pay this person? So it could be double. I'm sure like the artists aren't gonna try to take advantage of this situation and get double paid, but they can't cross their I's and dot their T's. Wait. Cross their T's and dot their I's.
Replies, we stand with you, Mouse. Chris Broad says, I'm so sorry the people you trusted let you down so badly, Iron Mouse. It's genuinely disgraceful. Vshojo have an awful lot to answer for. You've got our full support. Sea-Dog replies, we got you. Gigok says, sickening to hear what happened. I can't imagine the stress you've been through the past few weeks or months. No matter what, we're behind you all the way. Pokemon replies, stand behind me, Iron Mouse. Bao the Whale replies, I can't even imagine how you're feeling right now. I'm so sad that this continues to happen again and again to good, kind people who want nothing more than to do their community and the people they love right by. Shy Lily replies, we love you so much, Mousy. I am so freaking sorry that this has happened. Iron Mouse continues to tweet out, any artists / musicians that worked with me through Vshojo and never got paid, please contact me ASAP so I can get you paid. I'm so sorry. And Valkyrie replies, this is not your fault, Mouse. Check DMs. We all support you and we'll make sure that all that needs to be paid will get paid. Iron Mouse also tweets out a screenshot of their Immunodeficiency Foundation goal, which she started after her announcement stream saying that she's leaving the company, showing that it has raised over $740,000 in just a few days, and captions it by saying, I don't really have words that can properly express how I feel. I feel like saying thank you to everyone is not enough, but thank you all so much for your kindness. My heart is so full it feels like it's going to explode. You all are truly amazing. I'm gonna go cry now. Reds tweets out, let me take a look at the full leaderboard for fun. Who? Showing Cinder, someone who we also covered on this channel, in the 13th place, donating $6,666.
Do we think that was
And Peggy
actually Cinder?
replies, "Why is this manifesting?" Attaching a tweet from Johnny where he said, "Everyone, damn. I wonder what Vshojo is going to do after all this mess." Vshojo, "We're happy to announce that we're signing a Cinder onto the team. Welcome, Pyro Pups." Auntie tweets out, "The Cinder situation was the biggest VTuber drama this year." Vshojo,
Wait a minute, guys. Check this one out.
Grim quote tweets Reds and says, "Regardless of what you think of Cinder, I do think this is objectively a good thing. Good on her for that donation." And Brett replies, "One good deed does not absolve her of all her wrongdoing. It's a start, but the road to recovering her public image will be long and uphill." Lofty also screenshots the donation by Cinder and captions it by saying, "One thing that really worries me about the VTuber community is how second chances are rarely given to people who made mistakes. Is it crazy to have faith that people can learn from their past and make steps to change themselves for the better?" Chinpai tweets out this image of Vshojo standing in an empty room. And Yeet tweets out a screenshot of Vshojo's Twitter page with a caption, "The official Vshojo Twitter account no longer has any VTubers listed under their affiliates section. Only Vshojo Japan remains." Showing down here that yes, the only one is the Vshojo Japan account. Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives at Kiko, Salsao, Coldus Bandito, and
Thanks,
Captain
Connor. All right, he did a good job. He did a fairly, other than calling Nux an ex-member of Vshojo, he did a good job. Most people who like talk about normies that talk about VTuber stuff have no idea what they're talking about. So I'm always curious. Although his videos have been covering some of the VTuber stuff with Gura leaving Hololive. And what else? The Cinder situation. So now, maybe they're learning. I'm a neural net processor, a learning computer. Let me see. I forgot. I actually forgotten that freaking Hime or Garnt is freaking married to a Vshojo member. So the chat is just like, "Oh, how is this thing?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that is relevant to you, isn't it?" What the fuck is this? Man, I miss Fresh Prince.
Just kidding.
It would be my pleasure. Goodbye, Master William. Hey, what's that, G? Goodbye. Will.
Bye-bye, G.
Why is it fruit? Fruit's left. Though I don't think she made an announcement. Did she make an announcement that she was leaving? I mean, she's not in the affiliate anymore, but I'm sure she's gone. Hello? Twitter? Load? Oh no, she didn't make an announcement. I'm kind of surprised she didn't. No, Uriel, stop climbing on me. Your nails in my leg. No, kitty. Why are you being so clingy right now? What's going on? What's going on? Come here. Oh, my goodness. Jesus. Cat's so fat. Fat cat, fat cat. Bop, 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 bop. I want to check Twitter, but I'm afraid of not safe for work stuff popping up. Hi, hi. I was surprised to see Tigaholic donated. Oh, how cute. How cute. Okay. Okay. Is Mouse live right now? Oh yeah, she posted the pictures. Yes, new phone wallpaper. It's gonna be this one. It looks so good. Boink. Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. She was going live around the same time I did. Mousy. Is there anything? The fuck? Okay. I'm distracting myself. I do not plan streams. I do not optimize. I do not check my audio. I go live. And if something breaks, I fix it on stream. Stupid.
An emotional mess. I've been an emotional mess. It's been a very difficult time for me. This is the longest break that I've ever taken from streaming since I started streaming a long time ago. OGs will know that when I first started streaming, I used to take breaks for like weeks, months at a time, from being sick, and then after a while, when I started becoming stable, I would
I'm so
stream
happy
all
her
the
health is
time and
improved.
never take a break. And this is like the longest break I've ever taken. You know. I have a few things I want to say before I move on to other fun stuff and happy stuff and, you know. You missed me. I missed you guys too. I missed you guys too. I missed you guys so much. I was just like, I think for a few days I didn't even talk. I didn't even say a word. I was just like, you know, bed rotten. I wish I could
I
say
know
I was
that
getting
feel.
work done, but I was not. I have not been able to do anything.
I know that feel, Mousy. Protect this small little demon. Is there lore about you? Like my general lore as a person or as my model? I've been on the fence on if I like care about like any kind of lore. Because I've kind of like floated several different character concepts. So I've gone from. So one concept was because I like to cook on stream. So I was like, okay, let's like base my character on cooking, and like that'll be like a big thing part of my content, which I haven't been able to do currently, but I want to do like shorts of cooking and stuff. So the idea was that my character was a ramen shop owner who made a kitsune who makes ramen for the bunnies who make mochi on the moon. That was one. So right now, though, what I'm leaning towards is essentially like an overworked manager that just wants to have a drink after work and play some video games. That's where my concept is. It's like he's just an overworked manager who wants to come home and get shit faced and and talk about video games and play video games and as other silly things on the internet because I'm a nerd. What's your favorite thing to cook? What is my favorite thing to cook? I've been like trying to experiment with more things. I made short ribs, braised short ribs for Valentine's this year, and they were so good. But I think my favorite thing to make is salmon. I love making a blackened salmon with risotto and a salad. It's so good. It's like, because blackened salmon is like super easy to make. And then when you pair it with risotto, it's like it's so good. It's so good. Love it. Salmon's my fave. I love salmon. Let's see. I mean, to be fair, I don't have much of a lore thing to go wrong with my model, because I've changed my model like a bunch of times. Like if you're on my YouTube, you can see I've had like 4 different models that I've been using on YouTube, because I don't have my own model currently. My concept has been like, I'm not really gonna put like the money into getting my own model unless like streaming was profitable. But you know, one of these days. Let me see. I just thought, I'm like debating if I want to redo my VTuber intro with the model that I'm currently using. I liked that model that I was using. It was just are they lovers? Worse, they're fucking stupid. I love Apothecary Diaries. I liked that model. It was just like too young looking. Like I have no issue with like a younger looking model. But like my freaking username is WeebMama. I don't want like a baby-faced character. It doesn't go with the aesthetic. Although I think it kind of matches my voice. I think I have a pretty like high-pitched like baby with a soft voice. I don't know. I don't have a good grip on what my voice sounds like. When I was younger, I thought I had like a manly voice. And now I'm like, no, I don't. I was stupid. I was like, I don't sound like a girl. I sound like a guy. I have like a deep voice for a girl. No, I didn't. Uriel, get down. No. I just need you to stop sticking your nails into my leg. Kitty. Oh my gosh. This is Vshojo Reimagined, my fan rendition of the Vshojo homepage. And then I don't want to work at Vshojo anymore. You sound sweet. Thank you. Feels like a mature voices. Thank you. Kitty making painful biscuits. She is! Like, I feel like her nails are like razors digging into my leg. If I list of some of my goals I had being with Vshojo, I still could do all these. They just feel more out of reach than ever. Aww. I feel so bad for the talents that made it into Vshojo. Thank you for the follow. Build a good community, move out, support parents at the house, have plushie as merch, force myself to do a concert. I can't sing. Host regular scale events with lots of people, do something unique in the VTubing community, get better at games, learn a skill I've always wanted to, attend a convention, have one of life-size cardboard standees. Yes, I want that. Cab with gym mates, produce regular scripted video content, travel more, participate in IRL stream convention walk around, successfully fight off imposter syndrome. Ooh, Myth's got something new coming out. Cute. I feel like I would have. I feel like I'm so chaotic that had I made it into Vshojo and I auditioned and they were like jerking me around for the last 7 months, I probably would have said something. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I would have got my ass sued. I would have got my ass sued and been like, Vshojo's jerking me off. Jerking me around. Not jerking me off. I probably would appreciate a jerk off. Really? I feel like it. I feel like I'm a complainer. I feel like I would have said something. The heck? VTuber company should be a VTuber owned. Someone will come along and do that eventually. I think. Let me find her. Let me see. She liked my thingy. Boop. Sana is starting her own VTuber group. I don't think it's an agency. Where is it? Boop. I don't think it's so much an agency, but more so of a group. But, there's this that looks like it's starting up. Sana seems like super sweet. we're like tangential mutuals on TikTok and Twitter, but like we've never interacted, and I'm like, I feel like we could probably be friends. So this looks like this is something to keep an eye on. Try donating? I don't know. I feel like my schedule is too chaotic right now. Oh, I saw this one. Vshojo intern after donating to the wrong IDF.
Oh no!
So stupid. I love the internet. I don't know, but I feel like my schedule is like really chaotic right now to join a group. Like, my main thing with like wanting to like join a agency, like Vshojo is just like, you know, that's guaranteed, like, not guaranteed success essentially, but it's like, shoot, you got the best leg forward. You better take advantage of it. You better get that content in. You better get those ideas out. You know, you got the whole world's eyes on you essentially. But like another reason I'd want to join like a group or so is like I would like some VTuber friends. I have like streamer friends and stuff, but nobody's a VTuber. And I'm like the weirdo that's like, did you hear about this thing with Hololive? You know, can I tell you about my Lord and Savior Iron Mouse? And they're just like, yeah, I have a vague idea. And I'm like, no, let me tell you. Let me tell you about how much I obsess over Iron Mouse. Also, I have the Iron Mouse PC case, and it has the big V in the front. And I'm like, after all this, maybe I can get that V turned into an M for mouse? I don't know. They start an ESOP type agency where everyone holds a share and they say it'll flourish, I think. Yeah, I mean, I feel like a group is a safer bet. A group is a safer bet because it's not so much like they're handling finances and stuff. You're more so just kind of like promoting each other through, you know, collabs and stuff. You sound like it's a troublesome. It might be, because I'm just like, hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear. Like, I feel bad for my boyfriend because I'm like, I don't actually feel bad for my boyfriend. That's what he signed up for. But I never shut up about freaking VTuber stuff. And it's either I don't shut up about like YouTube drama stuff because I've gotten into that. Or I don't shut up about freaking VTuber stuff. And I'm like, hi, let me tell you about freaking Kenji's freaking brain aneurysm. And I'm like, Kenji. I love that song. I didn't show the stupid Kuro. Where is it? Where is it? Kuro. I'll have to go to this page. When Kinan Kuro originally left Niji Sanji, he like he made like a stupid ass song as Mista. So then he redid it for Vshojo. There it is.
Friends, leaving. Yeah, I'm leaving all my friends, leaving all my fans, running away from all my future plans. Except I'm not. So just relax. Turn up the song. To the max. Nah, it's already quite loud. Nothing's changed. I still rap about cum. Talking about how much semen fits in my bum. How big old dicks be making me feel numb. Squirty, squirty, right in my tum tum. Goo goo gabba gabba go. Goo goo gabba go go. Goo goo gabba gabba go. I am no longer working for Vshojo. Goo goo gabba gabba go.
I love shit posting. I have to listen to my fiance about Love Island, so I think he'll be fine with VTuber stuff. I've never watched Love Island. Have you? Do you watch it with your fiance? Is it interesting? I have people ask me like, "You watch Love Island?" And I'm like, no. I don't watch reality shows. I don't like reality shows. I can't do it. Can't do it. I swear. Your girl can't do it. Jesus. Is there anything interesting? Anything interesting? What? Vshojo execs use the R slur so much that they swindled a bunch of people, including their top star, who's a disabled woman. Nani? Nani? Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I have I was working on before all this happened, I was working on fan art of myself cosplaying as Iron Mouse. So I should probably actually finish that. I don't even know if we need to anymore. My idea this weekend was to do a freaking a bit of a stream, like a, I don't know, really long stream, like maybe a 12-hour stream on Saturday, to help advertise for the Tiltify, but it's a freaking $1 billion. I don't think I don't think they need little old me to do a 12-hour stream for the freaking immune deficiency. So I was like, oh, I guess I can use this fan art as my thumbnail. But I don't know. Oh no, bit die. But I think it looks like we have all the new information that's come out, or that's gonna come out so far. Until Vshojo themselves, if they make a statement. I don't know. Do you think they'll make a statement? I think the JP CEO essentially said that they are working on a PR statement. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. So your first Oshi is Iron Mouse? Yeah. My VTubing, Uriel. My VTuber exposure was with, so of course I've seen Kizuna Eye and stuff, and I was just like, interesting. I don't know enough about this. And then I saw Mori Calliope, and I was like, I fucks with her. She's kind of cool. So then that was like my exposure to like the corporate VTuber scene, and I was like, interesting. And then I found I was like really into watching Connor Dog VA. So then that's how I found Iron Mouse. And then I was just like, I'm clinging to this angry this angry woman. That's my Oshi. So I went from like, I tangentially understand Kizuna Eye to I like Mori's music. I like the white girl rap, and then latching on to Iron Mouse. Should do it anyways. I'm broke, but I donate plasma to help how I could. Anything helps. Great. I'm working 2 jobs right now, so I'm like, I don't know if I should donate plasma, because I'm like, I feel like you shouldn't probably be like super exhausted when you do it. Like, I don't think they might have like a good sample, a good donation if I did it. I know they do a screening beforehand, but I'm like, I'm hydrated. Last time I tried to donate, but they were like, oh no, you're dehydrated. And I was like, oh, okay. So I've been drinking more water, but I'm like, I'm also kind of sleep deprived, so maybe I shouldn't. I shouldn't do it currently. That's where my headspace is at. I'm like, am I a viable sample? I know the first round that they do it is like, oh, then they test if it's usable and stuff. And then if it's not, then like you can't come back, or maybe you have to wait X amount of time before you can go back. So it's like, sure, but then I'd be wasting your time. I'd be wasting my time. So I think I'll probably wait until I'm not working 2 jobs to do it. Hi, Uriel. Don't jump on me again. But we're thinking of doing like a early morning, starting pretty early in the morning on Saturday, and doing like a fairly long stream. I've been wanting to check out Vupe Chat. Stay healthy. I'm trying. No, I do my best to take care of myself. I take my vitamins. I drink my water. But what was I saying? Oh, I was thinking Vupe Chat would be fun to check out. I haven't used it yet. Actually, maybe we should check it out right now. Let's check it out. Let me hide this. I pull up the website. I can bully somebody. I have to share a fact that I am a penguin, which is good. Hello, penguin. Welcome to the chat, penguin. Let's see. Whoopee. Log in. I don't know. I was having issues with trying to get my model update loaded. I think that's what it was. Which account was it? Oh wow, there's a lot of people in there now. This one. And this one. My legal name that represents me in court is Pink. I think my username explains it. I see. Thank you, Pingu the penguin. Oh god, it's loading. Why is it loading so slow? Oh god. Making your own model? I think I was having some issues trying to get my model uploaded onto the site. So I was trying to get access to the virtual code, and they hadn't given it to me yet. Not virtual code, the OBS camera. Jeez, Vupe Chat is like murdering my frame rates. Jeez. How many ice cubes you put in a drink? All of them. Okay, it has my model. That ice is my house, you're making me homeless? That's the idea. I will melt the polar ice cap so I can have all the ice I want. I like a cold drink. Oh my gosh. Vupe Chat, please. I think this is why I was having issues trying to upload my model. Alright, I give up. It's not working. I'm scared it's gonna crash my computer. I don't think it will, but I can like hear my fans going from a freaking website. Vupe chat, chill. Chill. All right, are we back? Are we back? I'm not murdering my computer anymore. Okay. I think we're good. How do you feel knowing that you're making a lot of penguins homeless? There's a hardworking dad that will come to his family and won't find his house because of you. I said that was the plan. I like cold drinks. I'm willing to sacrifice a few penguin houses if I get cold drinks. And you know, what makes you think the penguin dad's gonna come home? Maybe he's gonna go get some milk and he's never gonna come back. He'll never come back. This is what I wanted. Shut up. Let me mute this. Because I don't want it to be loud. Okay, that's where we're at. Anyways. Let me move this over here. You know what I have not done is I haven't added any of the advanced GG stuff onto my stream. I should do that. I should do that. Thank you for the follow. Let me see. Let me upload. I want to add. So you want me and my family to die so you can have a cold drink? I've already said yes. Are you not paying attention? Oh my gosh. Pay attention. Add scene. Okay, I think I have this here. Don't mind the black screen on TikTok side. I am just adding something. Okay, is that gonna load? Aha! Okay, there we go. I've been trying to add a stupid BRB. I keep forgetting to add a BRB screen to the TikTok side. Isn't your stream a no discrimination zone? I never said that. I think you just decided that. I never said that. If it means I get my cold drink, that's what's most important. Mama's gotta have her cold drink. You know what they say about assumptions. Move this. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Should we change the background? I kind of want to change the background. Would you like to try to solve my impossible riddle? No. Maybe. Let me see. Gosh darn it. There it goes. Riddle me this. I'm loud and obnoxious. I like music that rhymes. I'm a fraction of the population, but I commit half the crimes. Who am I? Thank you for the sub. Wait, why is tits not working? Hello? Hello? I don't know. Tell me the answer. It's like the thing is on. Why is it not throwing biddies? Or why is it not throwing the stuff? Okay. I can throw stuff at myself, but why is it not responding to the biddies? What the heck? Boop. So rude. I see. ¿Por qué? Trigger manager. Hi. Welcome in. The subs. No man. No cooldown. Delay. Event manager? Yeah, that shouldn't be an issue. Am I looking at the wrong thing? No, why did it not send the thingy? Why are you bullying me? Why am I being bullied? Alright, whatever. I give up. I give up. Let's move this here. Sorry. I don't know why tits isn't working. Hi, welcome in. What are you doing, Mama? I was fighting with a Twitch integrated throwing system because it didn't throw. Or maybe it did throw and I just didn't notice. And I'm just over here throwing stuff at myself for no reason. Maybe. That is a possibility. But how are you? Welcome in. Speaking of a subscriber though, I have emotes I need to make. I was working on I forgot to charge my iPad, but I was making what was I making? I made a tired emote. And I'm debating if I want to have her drinking like alcohol or if I wanted to have a coffee mug. Hi, I'm here to say hi. Wish I could stay, but I must sleep. No worries, get some good sleep. Sleep is important. We're gonna wrap up in like 30 minutes. So I can get ready for work. Eee. What kind of work? Work where you make money. Unfortunately. Oh, wait. Quinn was talking about Vshojo too. Let's see. Where is the thingy? There we go.
Yeah, thanks for your interest. Thanks for meeting up with us. Thanks for your time. We can't move forward right now. After I left my agency, after I had given them a timeline, after I met up with them twice, after you were asking around about me.
Wait. Did they encourage him to leave Niji to join Vshojo and then just freaking ghosted him?
So, if y'all have seen the Vshojo news.
What time are you gonna end stream? I'm gonna end at 9:30. So, in about 45 minutes.
Essentially, and I'm not ecstatic about the news. I'm ecstatic that I can finally talk about what the f happened to me, because I was too scared for the longest time to say what I wanted to say about how Vshojo treated me, because I didn't want to get ostracized by people in Vshojo. I didn't want to have industry connections get ruined, and I didn't want to look like someone who was crashing out on the internet for no reason, because
I mean, you kind of do it all the time, Quinn.
I feel like I have that perception a lot of the time, and there's a lot of stuff that I've experienced behind the scenes that I've never spoken about from various companies that I've worked with, Vshojo being one of them. So for those that don't know and that are out of the loop, essentially Vshojo was one of the biggest. There's 3 big VTuber agencies. There's Niji Sanji, there's Wholive, and there's Vshojo. Vshojo was one of the biggest ones, and a lot of my friends joined it from previous agencies. A lot of my friends are currently in it or were in it. It just pretty much collapsed the other day.
Imploded.
But essentially, some of my friends weren't getting paid, so they left the company, and they stole $500,000 from a charity organization that was for people with common immune deficiency, which is chronic disease that is, there's so many different flavors and fonts to it, and it can affect you in so many negative ways. But as someone that has a chronic disease myself, it's very upsetting to see this big ass company steal $500,000 from a charity that essentially saves lives like this. And essentially they stole $500,000 from Iron Mouse's subathon, where she was raising money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation is what she was raising money for. That's what IDF stands for. And so she was raising money for that, and they stole a bunch of it. They didn't pay her. I know a couple of my other friends didn't get paid for a while, and I always was confused from an
No, Matara didn't say anything. Matara's taking a break. I was like, what did Matara say? Did she not get paid?
outsider looking in how Vshojo worked from a business perspective, because they didn't take a percentage of your income off the top of your stream revenue. And as someone who used to be as a part of one of the biggest VTuber agencies, I don't really understand how that works. Here's what I want to say. And I want to be very clear. I don't want to make this about myself. Although I kind of am. This is more like I'm finally able to speak about this because
he said, let me talk about my experience, but I don't want to make it about myself. Nah, Quinn, you're good.
Because there is no more Vshojo. The company is pretty much collapsed. None of the talents work there anymore. They all quit within the past 48 hours. So I feel like I don't have to worry about getting blacklisted in the industry anymore by speaking about what I experienced. I mean, I didn't experience anything that bad, but I do feel like it was just shady, and it's not, in my opinion, ethical business practices in the way that I was treated. And I know I'm not the only one that they've done this to. I've spoken to people that they've done this to, and people have been tweeting about it too. Other content creators that went through the same thing I did on Twitter recently. Essentially, what happened to me is Vshojo was trying to poach me from my old agency. They were.
I knew they were trying to poach Niji Sanji people. I knew it. It wasn't just a coincidence that the people were joining. I knew they were poaching.
And listen, I'll be honest. I was ecstatic about this, bitch. I wanted that. I was like, please, to the heavens of gods. Because Vshojo seemed like a much better opportunity. And at the time, it very much so was. And so I originally was inquired about this when I was working at my old company. I was hearing through people that they were asking around about me. I saw some screenshots about them asking around about me. They were asking around about me and I think someone else. I'm not really too sure. I don't want to speak for anyone else. But they were asking around about me. And so I, thinking it was a good opportunity, was proactive and just DM'd the CEO, you know? I was like, hey, homie, what's good? I've been hearing shit, you know? You gonna say something? What's good?
A gun run. It's your boy. What was his name? I forgot.
And then eventually, they're like, oh.
Vshojo's hella buns, not gonna lie. Buns? Like toasty buns? As in, they're toast? Okay. It's so stupid.
Hey, whatever. Essentially, they were like, we don't like to reach out to people that are still working at other places because we feel like can cause issues. And I was like, okay. So eventually I was in talks with them on Twitter on my old account that I no longer have access to, and I also cleared the DMs so that I wouldn't get in trouble with my old job.
That would be funny as fuck. Imagine as an EG freaking manager just sitting there going like, let me look around and maybe check his DMs and make sure nobody's trying to scam him, or maybe there's like a sponsor opportunity somebody's trying to reach out for. Let me look. And it's just him having a chat with freaking Gunrun being like, come on man, get me the heck out of here, come on.
And I was talking to them for a while, and like essentially they were kind of more inquired about like, hey, are you interested in joining? We want to gauge your interest. So
¿Sabes though? Me and Vshojo got beef. What is the sign? If they tell him, if he asks if you got beef, tell him I'm a vegetarian. I ain't fucking scared of him. I think we all got beef with Vshojo right now.
In my mind, they already wanted me to join, or they were like heavily considering it, right? And so I eventually, I met up with the CEO in person a few times at TwitchCon like 2 years ago. I went to some industry event party. I was talking to the managers. I talked to 2 different managers and the CEO directly multiple times through DMs, Twitter, and in person. And essentially what I got from the whole circumstances was, hey, we're interested. We just want to know like what you want to do. And I was like, great. So I told him exactly what I wanted to do. And you guys have to remember, at the time, I was one of the most popular male talents in the industry, right? Like now I'm not, but back then I was. And so I was scared that leaving my old agency, I would have no viewers and support would wane heavily because I was no longer with them. And I signed NDAs, so I can't promote my new stuff or anything like that. I signed 0 NDAs with Vshojo, so I can say literally whatever the fuck I want. As long as it's the truth. I met up with them a bunch. I want to say that like personable wise and my conversations with everyone was very pleasant. They treated me very well from like a person to person, like we're talking about ABC thing. Like they were like Gunrun was nice to me in person. The managers that I spoke to, which I'm not going to name drop because I don't want to cause them any issues, were nice to me in person.
Gunrun is very nice in person, I will say.
They were very personable and they were very professional. That wasn't really the problem. The issue was they essentially were talking to me about joining or the potential of joining, and they were being kind of like finicky or non-committal about it. And essentially they said something along the lines of, we cannot pursue this fully until you leave your current company. So essentially saying like, hey, once you leave, we can go forward with this. And now I'm not an idiot. I know that the entertainment industry is vitriolic and people are shady. So I took this with a grain of salt.
That's valid. That's valid, but still. With how like chaotic and toxic the Niji Sanji sisters are, I'd be like, I want to get the heck up out of here. Get the heck up out of here. And to like have an opportunity to get out of there is like maybe inched him towards that decision.
And I didn't just leave my old company for the sake of joining Vshojo, because I knew that would be a dumbass idea if they turned around and were like, actually, never mind, you know? So I knew that was a bad idea. However, I would be lying to you guys if I said it didn't heavily sway my decision to some regard. I wanted to leave anyways. I wanted to do new stuff. But them also wanting to approach me around the time that I wanted to leave seemed like a very interesting like mesh of interest. I was like, oh, great. It's even more reason to leave. So I didn't leave for the sole purpose of doing that because I knew it was just not smart. Nothing had been signed. So they had no like promises to me, right? But they pretty much said like, hey, we like you, but like discussion wise, we can't do anything until you leave. Give us your timeline of events. So I gave them my timeline of events. I told them like, hey, around like, I think like February, I'll be ready to like re-debut. They were like, okay, cool. And they proceeded to kind of still talk to me. I left my old company, and then when I was talking to them again, they were kind of like, yeah, let me like get back to the management team now that you have more stuff sorted with like your timeline. You have like, I had my model done, I had like XYZ, and we'll get back to you. And then essentially out of nowhere, they like were like, yeah, we're gonna schedule this and, you know, discuss it. They were like, LOL, no, never mind.
But when was this? Was this before or after the the nose job drama popped up? When was this? Like, was this because they were just like being flaky jerks, or was this like or was this just like, you know, maybe we don't want somebody who's got like a vitriolic fan base to join us. Oh, I feel like Vshojo, the way they could have probably helped with that. I feel like they could have. Hi, welcome in.
They said, yeah, thanks for your interest. Thanks for meeting up with us. Thanks for your time. We can't move forward right now. After I left my agency, after I had given them a timeline, after I've met up with them twice, after you were asking around about me, and the reason this pissed me off is two things. One, if I was dumb and I left my old agency for the sake of joining them under this like false pretense or promises or seeming like conversation that was had in person where they were saying, yeah, we're interested in you. We want to know what you want from us. If I would have left my agency just for that and then they would have pulled this, I would have been completely
SOL, baby. But I mean, I guess they did cover their ass by being like, yeah, we're not gonna go ahead until you leave. But that sucks that they dangled a carrot over his head and just like
I would have
said,
been
F you.
screwed over. Now, like I said, I've done entertainment since I was 13. I know how these false promises go. I didn't expect it 100% because I never signed anything, right? And even some people on Twitter now have been coming out saying they did sign something and they still got 180'd. So this has happened to a lot of other people. There are a lot of people on Twitter and other YouTubers that have come out and said, yeah, essentially, like, they did the same thing. They signed it, and then they gave them, like, hush money to stay quiet. I never got hush money, but I was kind of led on to think that, like, I was going to join. And thankfully, I was smart enough to be like, I want to leave anyways, and didn't fully jump ship for this new opportunity. But it just seemed very odd that they were approaching me initially. They were asking around about me. I was like, hey, I heard you asked around about me. They're like, hey, let's talk. Let's do this. Let's meet here. All this stuff. And then proceeded to kind of just be like, yeah, never mind. After all of that. And I was kind of like upset about this for a while. And I was upset also for another reason, because I delayed my like debut prep and timeline and all.
I feel like I would be so insulted considering my friends joined, like people I knew from the company, and they're like, yeah, they seem to be having a great time and stuff. And then like they come to me and they're like, we kind of want you, but then they go, no. And it's like, well, what's wrong with me? Why not me? Why? That's fucked up, man. It's really fucked up.
A lot of stuff was kind of like up in the air because I was waiting on them to get back to me at certain points, because they were being like very like non-committal about it. They were being like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and they were trying to like kind of string me along for as long as possible. And I was trying to like really like, I was like, hey, like, what's happening? Like, I have this ready. And I could have easily, I eventually just got sick of this. I kind of was like, okay, I think this is like not happening at this point. It had been like a few months. And I kind of told them, I'm debuting on this date. If you're interested, tell me now. If not, I'm debuting on this date. I just kind of told them like, I'm done. And then they were like, okay, yeah, we're like not interested. Or they said that beforehand. Or they said, we're not moving forward at this time. Like, we'll consider you in the future or something.
Oh, they'll keep the carrot in the air still. They're like, not at this time. But no, maybe. You know, keep that door open. You know, we'll keep you a little hopeful then. Maybe you'll come with us. That's fucked up, man. Yeah, it's fucked up.
But yeah, they kind of like 180'd on me. And my theory is like they didn't have enough money to bring on new talent at the time. But then they debuted new people afterward. And right around the time that I was gonna get picked up by them, they swapped me out and picked up someone else. Because I asked this other person to see, like, hey, well, I don't know if this is what they did, but I asked another person that is my friend, and I was like, hey, like, when did they approach you? And they were like, this time period. And that was right around the time that they stopped talking to me. So I was kind of like, damn, I don't know. And for a while, it upset me because...
That's fucked up. Was it Michi? I feel like it was Michi. Honestly, I don't really care if my friends do that to me. It's not even the friends doing it. It's the company being like, it's like when you're playing, it's like when you're playing sports at school and you have to pick who's going to be on your team and you're like, you, but then like you're the last one to be picked, or maybe the teams aren't even, so you just don't get picked anyways. It's fucked up. It's kind of fucked up. Not on his friend's part. Not on his friend's. Hi, Pato.
Because it made me feel like I wasn't good enough to join a company again, or that I wasn't like worth it.
Don't worry about them, Shadow.
Or I don't know. I was upset that they wasted my time, and also like if I were leaving to join their company, they would have completely f***ed me over. But since I was smarter than that, and I knew like this is probably finicky, I didn't dive in fully for that. But I don't know. I talked to friends about it at the time, and they were like, yeah, it kind of seems like you got led on. And I talked to another friend of mine that you guys don't know who this is, but they are another content creator, and I pretty much talked to them about this, and they were like, yeah, the exact same thing happened to me.
Was it Mint?
And I was like, oh, great. So my theory is they thought girls were more profitable. And
oh,
so
wait, it might have been, what's his face?
Is whatever. Same company. I think he was the guy that had the same thing happen to him is not in any previous employment situation I was with, and I've never interacted with them publicly. You don't even know who they are. Not all of my content creator friends I collab with, guys. Like, you know. So But yeah, and they had the same situation where someone reached out and was like, "Hey, we're interested in you. We're interested in you." And then they were like, "Lamau, never mind." So
Say
it
toxic.
was just
Don't bring
upsetting
that energy
because
here.
I felt like they wasted like 3-4 months of my time. I went down and met up with them in person. I don't know. It just kind of it was a little crushing at the time. I was a little upset about it because I really thought like, oh yeah, this is, you know, some security if I leave. Like I have another company I can join or another family I can find, because I hadn't been a indie content creator at that point for like 2-3 years. And yeah, I wasn't the only. The reason I'm saying this is I wasn't the
I'm gonna sleep. Have a good night.
only person they did this to. They did this to a lot of people. There are people on Twitter, like other content creators. I've heard other stories of them doing this. I just don't want to speak on behalf of others. But I've heard other groups or other like audition periods where they did the same thing. So they are very like, they were very finicky with a lot of people, or very like non-committal, or kind of like, yeah, it was weird. And I don't know, for a while it upset me, but I was kind of like, damn, like, I don't know. It just felt shitty. And then I kind of was like, I didn't want to say anything, or I didn't want to ever allude to the fact that I had this happen, because like I said, it's very scary when like you feel
Have
like
a
you're
good
done dirty in like
one.
an industry like this where it's all relationship based. And I didn't want to say something bad about Vshojo, and then some of the Vshojo talents that I'm either friends with or look up to are like, he's bad mouthing company we work for, and they don't actually know what happened to me, probably, because just because you work for someone doesn't mean you know what your CEO is up to and who they're talking to on the side, right? So then I might look like I'm crazy, or I'm like speaking about it for attention. And I don't know, I feel like I had a lot of support on my debut anyways, so I wasn't too worried about it. That was
You have Vshojo support from the talents anyways. And I need the company. So what's this? Some some VTuber issues. I'm not gonna say drama because it's not really drama. Freaking charity got scammed. Talents got money stolen from them. As you know, it's a shit show.
that's kind of what happened to me.
I feel very invested in this entire thing because I'm such a fan of the company. I'm such a fangirl of the company that it's heartbreaking.
And so I feel like
I'm very
I don't know,
invested
I feel
in
like
this situation.
In terms of business practices, they were very shady. I don't know. I just feel like my thing is, the reason I want to say something is because like I'm not the only one. I know there are other people that definitely experienced this, and I want to say like, if you did experience this, like me, you can do it on your own. Like I try not to let it shoot your confidence too much. I mean, for me, it definitely did kill my confidence for a while. I was upset. I'm very like, I don't get upset that easily. I was kind of like over it in like a week.
We're like, do you like Project? I do like Project Melody. She's so cute. She's so freaking cute. I love her. What was I saying? I've got oh, but we were like with the whole Niji Sanji stuff where it was just like when Mint left and she was just like really beating herself up. She's like, I didn't think I was good enough for this, or blah blah blah. If you guys will have me, and they're like, oh, they're just like emotionally and mentally tearing these people down so that they can like manipulate them and stuff. When you've got freaking Vshojo doing the same thing, it's so sad how much we praise them over the years. It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit.
I was like, well, I'm have to just grind harder, I guess. Yeah, I kind of felt like I got the rug pulled out from under me after they were like.
I gotta stick with my boy Nux talking. I used to like Nux, I did, but he's been on this whole right wing kick, his grift, and I can't deal. I can't deal, man.
Hyping up the possibility of me joining for a while, and it was my experience wasn't bad enough for me to even address it prior to this anyways, in my opinion. I'm more so speaking about this to add validity to like everyone else's story that's coming out, because I feel like they did move shady in a lot of spaces and industries, and I feel like you guys should take what Iron Mouse, you know, and all the other members about the company say like very seriously. Don't speculate on like additional stuff. If anyone else says something, then I guess you can listen to them, but yeah, I don't know. And I like before this stream like scrub through DMs with these people to make sure I'm not like lying or like not like forgetting what happened. And so I do have like proof of this stuff, but I'm not going to show it. I feel like that's kind of messy.
I haven't watched him in a while. Just know he's had beef with Millie last time. That was like 3 years ago. Longer than 3 years ago. It was like 4 years ago. That he had issues with Vshojo. And I think they all made up, too.
But yeah,
But you know,
I don't
they
know.
got like
I
not
don't
all of
want
them
you
made
guys to
up, but I
equate my
know that
situation at
a
all
lot of
to any
the
of the current
Vshojo talents apologized for this. It wasn't even like the talents issue. It was management. It was a miscommunication. It was a miscommunication of the situation. I disappeared under her. No. I mean, I like. I would like watching Nux's like reactions to like cartoon stuff. Like I like watching Hell of a Boss. Like sometimes I'll watch Has Been Hotel responses and stuff, and that's fun. But welcome back. And like those, I like watching reaction stuff to like media that I like. And but then like I'll pop in and like try to check out some of his content, but it's just like freaking white ring glazing, and I'm like, oh Nux, what happened to you? What happened, man? What happened, big dog? What happened? He used to be fun to watch. So I don't know. In the past like year, Nux has pretty fallen off for me.
Members or what Mouse went through, because that stuff is dead ass crazy. Like it's dead ass
meat writing is going. Yeah, this is major meat writing glazing.
crazy. I'm more so speaking about this to add validity to everyone else's story that like they have some questionable business practices. Yeah, I guess the lesson to take away from this is I have always said this, and I feel like people always get mad at me for saying this, especially on Twitter, because people take it as like a dig at my old workplace, which is not what I mean when I say this. It's not supposed to be a dig at my old workplace at all. It's me just being honest and saying you should support talents over companies that they're with, because without the talent, the company has nothing, and the talent is what makes the company interesting and is why you're interested in the company. Yeah, the company might find a certain genre of talent you like. They are what make these companies function, and they are what should be valued over these companies. And every time I say this, people act like I'm digging at my old workplace. That is not what I'm saying. I'm not saying my old workplace was stealing money from us like Vshojo did. They never did that. Okay, I'm just saying this is another lesson to my testament that the talent is the important thing. You're watching the stream because of the talent, not because there's some name attached to it. If the talent was boring, you wouldn't watch it. You're like, oh, the group dynamic in this company. Okay, great. If all of those, if they all dropped the company name, went indie, and had that same group dynamic outside of it, you would find it just as entertaining.
True. Honestly, I think it's the best to keep that out of your streams. It like there are people that's their content, that what it centers around. Not what I'm interested in personally. But when he made a sharp pivot to making that the majority of your content, or like a large focus of what your content is, and it seems that's what he's done, and I'm like, nah, big dog, nah. Peace.
Right. So that's my hot take or whatever, is just support the talents, which I don't think should be that crazy. But every time I've said this on Twitter, I get villainized like I'm...
But also, I don't think there's anything wrong with making a pivot on what your content is. Like, you fall out of love out of making something, that's cool. Like, whatever. Like, just do it. But you're gonna alienate some of your, like, viewers that aren't interested in watching it. If that's your content, no, that's not my content. It's, because, like I said, I enjoyed his content when it was anime reviews and stuff, and, but the pivot in the content has, made me not interested anymore.
Trying to make a dig or shit talk companies I've worked with in the past. That's not the point. It didn't happen.
In general, no worries.
Yo guys, Vshojo, they're sending a raid to my house. Guys, bless up. I'm screwed. It's over. They found me out, bro. They found out my location. Guys, if you don't hear from me in 4 to 5 business days, I got to...
Shut up, Quinn. Shut the fuck up. Do you think people watch for the content or for the person? I think it's both. I think I think some people are gonna watch you no matter what you do because they enjoy who's behind it. But when the kind of content you make is like really polarizing, you are going to turn away people who would, in general, want to support you as a person. But there are people like, Markiplier has been doing video game content, but he'll also do like his like short film stuff or like his shows. And like we'll all jump and support that, even if it's not video game content. It's because we, as a fan, we appreciate Markiplier the person, and so whatever he does, I'm gonna support it. And but then like at the same time, you're going to have people that only want to watch the gaming stuff. So when you do the short film content or try to take a different path, then you're like, well, you are going to lose some people that don't have any interest in watching that. So you got to stage of both. Hi, Gran. How much Nice to See was my ideal for a bit. It made me want to be a VTuber when I was a kid. I think I did like him. I did. But I mean, there are a lot of very talented and interesting VTubers. And like, if that's the kind of content you're like interested in, then that's what you're interested in. I don't see an issue with that. Hi. I'm a new VTuber. Hello. I always tell Niku this, that like him as a streamer, he could like do whatever he wants, essentially, because people really just watch him for him, like not so much the gameplay. Like when we've done like a few IRL streams, of just like hanging out and just yapping for like 5 hours, and it was probably the highest viewer count either of our channels had gotten, and it was just like being stupid and drinking and chatting on stream. What's your talent? Cooking is probably my talent, I guess. E-boy Niku coming. Nika's a fun guy to chill and chat with. He is. That's not the one I wanted. 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 Damn it. What's his freaking name? I wanted Twitter. Good night. Have a good night. But I'm like, yeah, some people just have that vibe where, where you're just like enjoyable to watch and hang out with. I wanted to see if he posted a video yet. I say Bion Bion. Let me see, because I think this guy said he was going to post. But did he post yet? Where's his freaking YouTube? I see Bion Bion. Let me pull it up, because I mean to add it to the actual stream. Did he? Maybe not. Actually, does he have his YouTube link here? Yes. He did not post anything. You suck. Okay. Let me add it. Because I've been meaning to put it as part of my BRB screen. Oh my god, can you mute? This is so annoying. Stop. Stop. Shh. Shh. Let me see, let me add it. Where is it? Okay, so I got this commissioned. Let me find it. File. Boop. Oh god, why is it so big? I should probably grab like the big file. So I got the animation for this commissioned. And I'm too lazy, I'm too busy. But I mean to I've been debating if I want to use this as a as an alert. Also, why did the background change? I fucked up the background. So I have this right now. This is like the ending for TikToks. So the ending will be this. You know, like it's like a title screen just so I can show off the YouTube page. But I got the animation commissioned, and it's cute. It's very cute. I like it. But I'm like, do I also want to put this as like an alert? Like, would that be fun? A cute little alert to pop up and like, boop. All right, get out of here. Get out of here.
But yeah, I mean, that's the reason why I'm telling you all of this is because it's just a fair warning to people who, number one, want to join a corporation. I still think it's very viable. You just need to read the fine print and to be
How's your day? My day
looking
is just
from it
getting started. It's pretty good.
in the future, you know? Like, you need to know if you're okay being in the corporation, if you're withholding money like that, to state this, that
I need timestamps. So somebody make
that's a really hard thing.
Ugh. 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 I need timestamps. Pretty please. Pretty please. I don't know if anybody made timestamps of this yet. I might have to go back. Have a good one. It doesn't look like anybody made timestamps. Maybe it would help if I didn't spell Vshojo wrong. The heck? No. Okay. Nobody updated. Yanners did say the girls that left in 2023, they didn't get paid for like 2 years for sponsorships. It's crazy, bro. Alright. Anyways, I'm gonna start wrapping up because I have to start getting ready to go to work. Why am I all the way over here, Dick? What the heck? Why am I hiding? Why? ¿Por qué? So rude. So absolutely rude. Okay. Go away. So let's see. Fighting. Over here trying to throw hands with me, apparently. It's so rude. So absolutely rude. Alright. Is there anybody live right now that we can rate? Actually, Niku's live, I think. I think I saw him go live while I was streaming. Yes, yes. Alright. So on Twitchin, I'm gonna go ahead and raid out to Niku Piku. And I'm gonna wrap up on TikTok side. Bye, TikTok! Alright. I'm gonna have to ban somebody on TikTok side. Oh my god. Oh my god. TikTok has been an issue. Anyways, I'll be back on Friday for some I might play more of the horse game. I think we'll play more of the horse game because I didn't get too far. I think we played for like 2 hours or so last time. So hit me with the hammer. I've been like debating. I have this like annoying chatter on TikTok side, and I'm like debating if I'm just gonna keep ignoring them until they like lose it, or if I should just ban them. And I'm like, what's the best option? Sleep. I'm about to go to work. I'm gonna take a quick shower and get out of here. Anyways, my raid's about to end, but I'll see you all on Friday. Oyasumi.